that question of others in another forum. With that, we go to the chairman of the full committee, Mr. Nadler.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Irwin, according to reports, OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT.
Facts, Nate. That's why he said if he wanted to, the guy did I think he did something about music lyrics or something like that. He said if he wanted to, his partner is deceased, and if he wanted to use his partner's vocal voices, he could use that type of technology to do it. But the only problem is copyright, permission, and much more. That's the only problem right there.
GPT is valued at $29 billion. And Stability AI, the company behind Stable Diffusion, was valued at around $1 billion late last year. By way of comparison, can you give us an idea of how much the average composer's salary would be?
It's very difficult to say because the way first of all, we're not governed by any kind of collective bargaining. We're not a union or anything like that. So we're very much independent contractors.
Well, Letitia is saying it's facts. I was speaking about that earlier, and they was calling it training. You don't train a robot. You program a robot. You train a dog. You train a human like to go to work or get certified for something. But you don't train a robot. You program them. You input data into their system, into their motherboard, but you do not train them. But hey, to each his own. That's what they want to call it in the government to confuse a lot of people. That's what they're going to do.
It's easier to talk about ranges for television shows, an hour of television, a feature film. Those sort of budgets are easier to quantify. And then, of course, it comes into the experience.
Oops, my bad. Let me read the chat from Letitia. My bad. Letitia says, because they will program the judges and lawyers with a set of codes that will hopefully be a set of codes for everyone and not based on bias or prejudice. That's what they're saying. I just saw an article about how some WS programmed an AI to be biased against non-whites. I gotta find the article to send it your way. I was reading and I was looking at a whole bunch of videos about that. Like, that's why I said, listen, imagine being prosecuted by a robot judge, defended by a robot lawyer, and sentenced by a juror of 12 robots. That's crazy. Program training, they are synonymous. Laughing my ass off. Oh, they out there acting red shit. Hold on, let me press play. Let's keep watching the video.
Of whether you're an entry-level person or a very experienced high-level person, all of those change the rates. And then, of course, on the back end, where we get our royalty streams, which where a lot of us make our money, the performing royalties that are collected by the societies like ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, they are dependent completely on the number of performances of those works that include your music. And that's the same for audiovisual and for streaming and everything. So it's very hard to say, some years it's almost like a farmer. Some years you have a bumper crop. Next year you mightn't see much at all.
I see. And Mr. Sedlick, what about the average photographer? What about the average photographer? The average salary. Use your mic.
I don't have statistics on that, Representative Nadler. However, many photographers make as little as $20,000 to $40,000 a year, and amounts greater than that outside of certain spaces can be unusual.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Irwin, can you talk a little more about what threats generative AI poses to composers and songwriters? What actions do you think we should take to ensure that your work in artistry is protected? Actually, you've talked about the threats. Can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk. Do you want to talk about the threat or you want to talk about the solution?
I think you've talked about the threats.
Yeah, some of what's in my written testimony. One of the things that the music industry has done particularly well in this area is collective licensing. And they have, as I just mentioned, for ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, they have a way to monitor performances for mechanical royalties, which are the physical royalties, that you have sound exchange. And then there are streaming royalties as well through the music licensing collective. And
We determined already that the technology is good for music, for filming, for medical, for all that stuff. But can y'all really talk about the real consequences behind the artificial intelligence?
there are reciprocal organizations set up all over the world. So
Well, how would we apply that to open?
well, I think music is probably it's more easily applied to music than it possibly is to some of these other art forms, because every piece of music that's registered has a registration number, a work number, a recording number. Every artist has their own number. I have what's called an IPI number. Dan has one. So they're already in the system. You don't need to reinvent them. You just need to make sure they are attributed to those works as they're being used or logged, or however you want to
How
do
do
it.
you determine what works are used in generative AI?
Well, that's I think something that will need to be determined. I mean, I write music. I'm not a technologist.
Maybe Professor Callison Birch. Transparency in AI training models is a concern.
He couldn't answer that question. He's right. He writes music. He don't deal with technology, coding, or none of that.
The transparency to the end user that the media they are viewing was AI created is critical as well. I see that in your testimony, you note that parts of it were composed using ChatGPT. Should some sort of disclosure like that be required?
Got it, Letitia. I'm gonna do a reaction to it. Well, I'm gonna watch it. It depends on how long. I watch it halfway and do a reaction to it, so that way I can react with everybody.
And currently, how are individuals alerted to the fact that they're hearing or viewing an AI-created work, if at all?
Thank you for the question. So disclosure of AI-generated works, I think, is valuable. I think, especially with their potential for societal harms through generating.
All right, bet. This article's from 2022. All right, bet. Yep, that's good because that's talking way before this. This article that we're seeing right now is from 5/17/2023. Letitia just sent me one. Hold on one second. Let me press play. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. No, wait. I can't press
Deep
play.
fakes or work.
Damn, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? These robots were trained on AI. They became racist and sexist. Damn. July 16, 2022. Oh, snap. Okay, so we got another one. It looks like it's going to be a part 5 to this because I'm doing a part 4. Let's press play.
That could be used to influence elections by mocking up instances like Trump being arrested in New York. I saw it being generated by Midjourney. Certainly disclosure.
Generating a fake speech by me.
I think that this is an important issue that touches on the output of generative AI systems, and that is where I think that regulation is deserved.
Y'all people, how they keep saying generate? Y'all people, how they keep saying generating voices, which means imitating. Yo, imagine somebody using one of these AI technologies to use your voice to just mess with somebody and fuck with somebody, yo. And this person really would think that it's you messing with them the whole time. It ain't nothing but an artificial intelligence audio imitating your voice. But I wonder how smart people would be. Could they be able to tell if it's an audio or it's an actual person? But you know what's crazy? Some people have fallen for shit like that. They already got the voice changers.
And how are individuals alerted to the fact that they're hearing or viewing an AI-created work, if at all?
I'm sorry, repeat the question, please.
How are individuals alerted to the fact that they are hearing or viewing an AI-created work, if at all?
There's a variety of technological devices that our field is innovating in order to.
I agree with Letitia. Letitia says, I am more concerned with the robot dogs and eventually the robo cops. I watch RoboCop. That's why I say so many movies have spoken and talked about what's going to happen. And you know what's crazy? You know that I think on one of the Terminators, by 2023, 2024, something like that. I think the all that was supposed to have started or something like that. I'm not sure what movie. I know it was one of the movies. Damn. But y'all watch all these movies back to back together, and Terminator and Matrix is one saga. It's not two sagas, it's one saga. When y'all hear the interview with Sophia Storrs, she will explain all that. But it's crazy how this lady predicted all this back in the 80s. She wasn't the only one, but she's the one that talked about it on a book. Young Ria says there will be increasing in crime while using AIs. He agrees with Letitia too. There are videos out there where civilians reporting they were scammed by AI, thinking it was someone they knew. I know, yo, it's going to get crazy out here. People are going to use this technology to benefit them. Young Ria says, what if gangs get their hands on the technology like that? Hey, listen, we just got to use our imaginations. I can't really speak what's on my mind because I will get it straight. But I understand what you're trying to, listen, we don't even want to think if a gang, would do something. But I think they already use stuff like that. I got to, facts. Letitia is right. Listen, in my opinions, they're the biggest gang members out here worldwide. Facts.
Mark AI.
All right, guys. I'm gonna play this for like the next 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna end the live right here, and I'm gonna do part 4. I'm not sure if I'll do it later on tonight. I might do it later on tonight. I'm not gonna schedule it because I don't want to disappoint nobody. But I am. If you're subbed up to me and you got the notifications on, you will get a notification letting you know that a shorty is going live. And I will be putting it on my community wall. I will put it on Facebook, and I will be putting it on Discord. So we will be doing a part 4. I'm about to play another 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I want to go a little longer, but maybe tonight I could go into maybe like a 2-hour live, maybe 3-hour live. So let's see how it goes.
Generated works similar to a watermark on a stock photography site. This is not a established industry-wide practice, but it is something that our field has been discussing. At the moment, it's up to the user of the AI system who's generating it to disclose to people who they're transmitting that image to that it was generated.
Thank you. My time is well expired, and I thank the chairman for his indulgence.
Mr. Chairman, you gave me the similar indulgence when you sat in this chair, so I'm only returning the favor. I thank you. We now go to the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Klein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to follow up on that line of questioning about existing technologies that are there to identify digital works, enhance copyright protection. Mr. Sedlick, digital watermarks, tags, metadata, what challenges are you aware of in the use of these types of technologies for works that are used in training AI?
We have mature, very capable technologies to identify visual works, including image recognition and what's called steganography, which is bearing signals in the image to identify it. Creators use embedded metadata to pass information into their images so that as their images are distributed, their images can be identified. A big problem for us is that all of that information is stripped out by the social media platforms and other platforms when images are used. We would very much benefit from a change and improvement to the law to make it illegal to remove embedded rights metadata, even if it's not done for the purpose of infringement. Right now, under Section 1202, it's only illegal if it's done intentionally for the purpose of inducing, enabling, concealing, or facilitating infringement.
Mr. Irwin, what about music?
Sorry.
But do you have any comments on that?
Yes, there is watermarking and fingerprinting used in music technology over and above the identifiers that I talked about. There's technology that currently allows music to be identified even within a program that has dialogue and sound effects over the top of it. You can still identify that music. So, the technology is there for this to be done. It's just a matter of having the will and sitting with the organizations who are doing it and getting this discussion going. I have no doubt that there's a way to track this stuff correctly.
Professor, you commented on that and talked about the trending toward use of this technology by industry. Is that something that's happening too slowly? Is there something that needs involvement from government? What do you think?
So I think at the core, the problem with an idea like a compulsory license and Mr. Ice's suggestion of like, what is the value of 1/1,000,000,000,000 when you think about the volume of this work? And I can say that definitively that the value of 1/1,000,000,000,000 is going to be vanishingly small. And so I think another key that is a practical consideration here is unlike compulsory licenses, which are based on performance, so the MMA, where Spotify plays music, Taylor Swift gets more money than some random person in the catalog because her songs are played more. There's no equivalent here for generative AI. It's impossible. To understand how much of a system's output is due to Stephen King versus a random Reddit poster who's written a paragraph in the collection. So I think the lack of that performance is
I was
key
muted the whole
to
time.
one of the tricky things about establishing a compulsory license.
I was muted the whole time. Ain't that some shit? That is crazy, yo. Like I was saying, hold on one second. My bad. What's up? Like I was saying, blessings. I was saying blessings, perpetual see how you've been, and I was speaking about what he was saying about the laws. I was telling people to learn about their laws because social media be the biggest ones that break these laws and then pretend like they doing something right or they're not in the wrong. Like for example, I want to take a minute and think. Hold on one second, girls. I want to take a minute and thank the meal ticket because last year he saved me from all that copyright stuff. It's crazy, right? I uploaded all my poems and everything to YouTube and stuff, and they kept trying to strike me. So the meal ticket helped me out, and now I got all my poems copyrighted and trademarked. So now it's a little easier, even though it took a minute, but I was able to work it out. I had to figure out how to put the license, because you see how the guy was talking about how every musician, every artist has an ID number. Well, each one of my poems has it's like a little number. It's like a little license number that I have to put into each one when I upload it onto YouTube. So I kind of figured out how to do a couple things. So I want to thank him for that. So a lot of the stuff that this man is saying, he's not lying on, because I kind of like listening to the people that know about the coding, know about the music, know about beats, know about all this stuff. I've learned a lot. So I urge a lot of people out here that don't know their laws, don't know their bills, don't know their constitution, don't know that they got rights, don't know none of that. Even though if it's boring, take a minute, like read it, learn it, because you're going to have to listen, especially now that we're going into what they call the realm of the AIs. You heard me right. They call it the realm of the AIs, allegedly. So welcome to their realm. Welcome to the matrix, as I call it. So for those of y'all that have not met Morpheus and are still in bed, either you wake the fuck up or stay the fuck sleep in bed, because it's time for you to wake that third eye. It is really time for you to wake up. It's been here. Like, it hasn't fully taken over, like Letitia says, but it's been here. We've been asleep. And for those of y'all, I don't know, because it's crazy. Like, all these old heads warned us about this. May they all rest in peace. They're gone now. Like, there's really no real old heads left no more in this world. But they warned us all about this. We've seen these movies from iRobot to the Terminator to the Matrix to the Militia Man to RoboCop and much more. The messages were right there. It's just that a lot of people didn't really care. I think that's what it is. Let's give this 5 more minutes. I'm ending this live, and I gotta continue on with I'm tired of shit. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. This shit is crazy.
Mr. Irwin, some have suggested that imposing IP-related obligations on AI developers would hobble development because of the inability to feasibly use copyrighted content for training purposes. Would you be willing to license your works?
People, they use Section 102, Section 106. They haven't even mentioned Section 107 yet of the copyrights. But they mentioned all the other sections. I urge all of y'all to learn your rights, learn the Constitution, learn your bills, and much more.
For training purposes, and do you think other creators would also be willing?
If I was being compensated for them, absolutely. Yeah. I don't have a problem with the technology at all. I have a problem with the stealing of the material.
You're welcome,
Mr.
Platty.
Navarro, you indicated your willingness.
We miss you. It's been a
use
while.
AI.
A similar answer. The ability to approve or disapprove of a particular use is why I oppose
You just make my day.
compulsory
You're real
licenses.
funny.
I don't oppose blanket licenses, which might streamline a process. But I still have the ability to say yes or no and opt out.
Now, in your testimony, you advocated against granting AI any special IP exemptions. Depending on how some lawsuits turn out, courts may decide that AI doesn't need special exemptions, and training AI with copyrighted music is not infringement under current law. In that event, would you advocate for changing the law to make training AI with copyrighted works a type of infringement?
I'm not sure that I am qualified to answer that. It's a very technical question. I do believe that as
You should be able to answer that, but okay, let's leave it as a very technical question.
we're looking at guardrails. Guardrails used to be made of wood. Then they started becoming made of steel. Now as cars get faster and more powerful, maybe they need to be made of titanium. As these technologies progress and as its scope increases, our guardrails need to be modified and improved.
Thank you. Yield back.
Why don't y'all just tell us the truth and say that y'all have had all this technology for the longest, and little by little y'all just showing it and trying to get it approved by the world? I mean, the majority of us is woke. We're not dumb. We're very woke. That third eye. Like a lot of us smell the coffee when we wake up in the morning. For those that do drink, listen, I like tea and hot cocoa, but y'all get my point, right? So, guys, I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna get my hair done for the next live the right way because it's all curly and frizzy right now, and it's getting on my nerves, and this cap is going sideways. But oh no, young Riaz, AIs have been around since the early 1900s. It's out there. The research is out there. They've been out for a while. They've been out longer than what. Listen, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that without technology, ancient Egypt was able to make the hybrid people back in the days? You know, the half man, half horse, because it's real. If y'all go do your research and look it up, that's not a myth. That's not a lie. That's not some theory. None of that. They was messing around with a lot of stuff. So they ought to be like, oh, this is new. No, we read about it. We just didn't know about it. That's why I say a lot of us is just waking up. That's crazy. Perpetual your welcome. No, man, my hair is messed up. All I care about is my hair, and this cap keep going sideways. Like, I won't even take a picture if my hair's not done right. I don't care. Listen, I could have 1,000 holes in my shirt. I could have mud all over my shirt. I don't care about my shirt. I care about my hair. I be telling people, listen, if I wanted to, I could be going outside. Very disrespectful. Real shit. But I'm respectful. I go outside respectful. I go outside like a lady. Tomboyish lady, but tomboyish lady. I like dressing comfortable, so I ain't out there to please nobody. As long as I go out there respectful. That's it. But I can go outside very disrespectful. Oh, I know she will. She talks about she want to get buried asshole naked with her ass in the air. Like, yeah, I like my caps. I like them. I feel like my hair's out the way. I don't have to tie my hair up when I have it the other way. Just put my hair right through there. So, like, I don't like tying my hair up, but I had to tie it up just now because it's so frizzy and curly. Like, I can't wash it. I have to brush it. So, which means I'm going to have a little afro, a wavy afro. Crazy as shit. I like my caps. I love my blue bandana. See, I know you be wearing your little blue bandana. I peeped that. I think your hair looks good. Thank you, Perpetual, but I still got to get that joint done. Guys, I will be coming up. I will be doing a live tonight, later on tonight, maybe in the middle of the night, probably early morning. I don't know. But I think tonight I might be able to do like a 2-hour, 3-hour live. I will finish this right here. The rest of this government meeting talking about the artificial intelligence. I will start the interview with Sophia Stewart, and then that might end up into a part 5. So, like I said, make sure y'all share, help a shorty out. Let's help a shorty get into the algorithm so that she could bring more awareness. And pretty soon we're gonna start doing the Writers for Life brings you the let's talk about it podcast reaction to the sex crimes. And not just the sex crimes, we will be talking about Happy Trigger Cops. We will be reacting to Happy Trigger Cops and horrific crime scene murders. So it's going to be a couple of different types of reactions that I'm going to be doing. But right now, we will be talking about artificial intelligence, and this is going to be a couple parts. So we're at part 3 already. I hope to see y'all at part 4. Hopefully, I get more people to interact. These are open panels. Whether you interact with a shorty here in the chat or you interact with a shorty here on the panel, doesn't matter. You're not here to be judged. You're just here, so your voice could be heard. So, your perspective. That right there is what matters, but it's not to be judged. It's so that we could bring solutions to the table, and maybe something that you say, could probably help the next person bring solutions to their table. We never know, but we're here to build. We're here to solve problems. We're here to resolve the problems, resolve the issues. We're not here to beef. We're not here to bring anybody down or make anybody feel bad. We're here to teach each other and to bring awareness. Like I said, listen, don't be scared to ever speak your story. Everyone has a story, and we all fight our demons in the same hell in different ways. So that's what a shorty is here for. I'm here to bring awareness, to bring y'all the news, and for us to talk about it. And if we could bring solutions to the table, let's bring them. Like I told y'all, I'm a block captain. I do a lot of community work, and I'm also trying to bring cameras into these schools. What y'all say here could probably help a shorty out in the future. I could probably, what y'all say here, I could probably bring it to one of the meetings that I go to here in Philadelphia, and speak on it and be like, yo, listen, like, can we do this like this? Bring it up. It's a good idea. Why not talk about it? At the end of the day, it's a podcast. Let's talk about it. So till next time, I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble day. I want to thank everyone that has showed up, has rocked out with a shorty, because y'all didn't have to be here today, but y'all here. Y'all showing me love. Y'all showing me support. And trust me, like, as this podcast grows and I grow, y'all will grow with me. And thank all of y'all that is here joining a shorty in her mission. Like, I want y'all to watch me grow, and I want y'all to see how we prosper together. And I want y'all to see how these kids prosper. And what I'm hoping and I'm wishing that what I'm trying to do, which is to bring everybody together and help the youth, ends up, how can I say it? In the best interest for the youth. Because a lot of times when we try to do stuff like this, a lot of people, listen, I've had so many obstacles, I've had so many things try to stop me from helping the youth, that all I can say is that I'm still trying to climb that ladder up there and trying to help them go up there with us. So right now it's the kids that matter. And if the kids really matter, we really need to put in that work. And that's what a shorty is really trying to do. So like I said, hop on a panel, speak up, and maybe you could help me help our community. And not just our community, because there could be other peoples that are, how can I say it, that do a lot of community work and could probably watch this video and end up using your idea or what you said to end up bettering their community. It's all about each one teaching one. So like I said, till next time, hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day.